Hello, welcome to my life. I got a new purse. It is a Harry Potter purse. Who doesn't like Harry Potter? I swear. Anyway, I have my. I don't know what I'm smoking. I'm smoking, and I had a really awesome visit with a friend of mine. It was really good. A lot of talking. And it's just so good when you can, like, you haven't seen your friend in a while, you pick up stuff and you talk. It's like so wonderful. Excuse me. Ah, so I got this. I got it's flavor sparkling water. I just need a burp so I can blame my animals on something else. So anyway, um I I am closer to starting my life, but I'm also worried, I got to get a job. Hi, Terry. Yeah, I'm starting a little bit late. Uh, oh, sorry, it's all caps. I'm excited. Hi. So I have approximately 6 weeks. I'm going to put it as maybe 7 to almost like 2 months before my divorce is final. As much I'm put as a I don't know who else is here, but put a thumbs up. Uh, I hear a lot of stuff, and yeah, both parties, including myself and my ex, is saying the other one, whatever. Um, I am not a swinger, by the way. If anyone in my area is wondering, I am not into the swinger stuff. I do not want to have a partner who's in that. I want a partner who wants me. I don't, yeah. So I have come, want to try to keep everything on the happy. And what I have seen is that I have somebody who has always had not power. I say it was power, but yeah, I let them have power over me. And when I wanted the power back, they got very angry. And yeah, it happens. I had power over them in a certain sense too. Uh I oh, Alexa, play Mozart.
Shuffling songs by Wolfgang S. Mozart on Amazon Music.
And I'll be smoking some other stuff. I visited a girl of mine, and she's an amazing person. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to be that person. Almost just to grow, to uh have the cojones. And that's what I'm trying to prove to myself, that I can do this on my own. But in a lot of ways I don't, because I have my friends. I vent to them and talk with them. We have internet problems because we have somebody who live streams or plays a lot of videos online, and I pay for this internet. I'm going to have to start asking Rachel not to do anymore, like play the video games when I do these live streams. And it could possibly help out a bit, for the hour I'm on here, or how long I want, because I do pay for the internet. I'm just putting it out there. So I I've been learning about myself again. I guess it would be falling in love with yourself, or just sucker needs to be a bit. I really do feel that I'm not feeling as sad and stuff. I'm now feeling that anger part of me, but not anger in it's just angry at myself. I'm angry at myself because it did go on a bit, but I kept thinking, you know what? Tomorrow's going to get better. I know it's going to get better. I know my husband's not going to yell at me at that much. I'm not going to be that stupid today. And that's how I would actually think. I'm not going to be that stupid today. I'm not, or whatever. But, it's just things happen and I'm here now. So tomorrow is going to be a new day. Yeah, my connection's always unstable. So when I was 12, we had, we had our house blessed many times. Yeah, my dad had many exes that put hexes on our house. Oh, yes. We actually, there is, back in the day when, I would say the 80s, it was, you can go to the Archdiocese of Detroit and you can hire a priest to bless your house. They come out and everything you pay, they would always say a donation, and my dad knew the amount of money, and he needed a house blessing that was a lot more when how can I say this? When how could you play the Ouija board and think it's a funny thing, and then when your kids play it and they open up a gateway to God knows what, and then you try to, you pretty much had to bless and close a bad gateway. And yeah, I don't know what my dad did, but it was fixed, and he gave some money to the Detroit Archdiocese of Detroit. It was, Catholic Church. And that's where I received my first tarot set from a Catholic priest. And I'm like, he goes, but what was it he said? It was something, that's the reason why I like Stephen King. It was something that he said, you're so bright. And I thought meaning smart, because when people tell you you're bright, you're thinking you're smart. But in reality, it's not thinking that you're bright. He was saying no, and then he gave it was the main Arcadia. It was like these big cards. I still have them somewhere, and it had all the main Arcadia. That they have the lovers, death, and all that. And I learned the main Arcadia, and I never seen the priest again, but he gave those to me, and that what interested me into doing tarot reading. And we used to do, I got my first full deck. I would say my first white rider weight deck. It was a long time ago. I was, I think, 13 or 14. They're so old, and they have I have it. I think I have my first deck, and it's like got cigarette burns. It's when I used to smoke heavy, and it's just it looked like I'd been through war. And I used to, um, I don't know if you remember, they had this psychic that was really good. She worked with police and found people living and passed away and all kinds of stuff. Her name was Powell, Mrs. Powell. And Mrs. Powell said, "You got a tarot deck?" And I go, "Yes, ma'am, I do." And she said, "Do a reading for me." Okay, put out did my spiel. We did that. I did the tarot deck, and I look, I go, "Oh, crap." And she goes, "You see that too?" And I go, "Oh, you got some, and I didn't leave anything. She said, "Don't lie to people. Don't try to not tell them that somebody needs to go to a doctor, or you should check on your heart medications not working, or check on your health in certain sense, because if you can save someone or you can help someone out in that sense, that's the best help you can do." And I knew her health was failing. It wasn't doing as good as it was, and no one knew. And because of the fact that she was what you call, she was kind of famous, and she was a very beautiful person, and she taught me a lot, as in just meditating and to do the not being nervous and stuff. And she's had I was the only person that could read her cards that she would let. She actually said that I was a very good reader in that point. When you're young and stuff, it's like you haven't been polluted yet. So I want to talk about weed, and what we're going to do is talk about the medicinal purpose of what weed is. A lot of people think weed is to go get high and act weird or crazy. And I myself, I'm living proof of what weed can do for you. I am living proof through my body, through how I feel, and what I accomplished. Yeah, okay, my room is still dirty, but I accomplished a lot today. To me, I felt I accomplished a whole lot. So and weed, what it does, there's receptors in our brain. And when you talk about opiates, the difference between opiates and weed are like night and day. Our receptors in our brain, we have thousands of receptors that act according to the opiates that are out. So it's easier for us to go into OD, because there's just so many receptors, and it takes on so much, and where there's not a lot of receptors in our brains for the weed, where it's going to have us OD, where it's going to do all kinds of bad things. You got the receptors that will take on, where you can have the CBD, where it helps heal. I am living proof of that, because after my operation on my neck, they operated on my back, and I really didn't need it. My doctor said that he would give it. He said, "I'm surprised you can walk." Not that he's surprised. He says, "You probably are in a lot of pain." And oh, I was. I was in pain when I walked, when I stood, when I farted, when I sat, when I laid down. It didn't matter if what I was doing. So before my operation, it was easy for me to take the weed and to go swimming and walking and start feeling good about myself, and to start losing weight, and to feel that I can get this done. And I did. And I smoked my weed. I was like, wow, this is really amazing. You smoke a little bit, you don't get like super high, and you can get stuff done. And a lot of times, the reason why I wouldn't get stuff done, I was just fed up with my life and fed up with myself and fed up with a lot of stuff and thinking. So when the weight started coming off, I'm like, oh, this is great. Oh my God, I am so proud of myself. Oh yes, I love myself. And that obviously was screwing around and who am I fucking and wanting to know all kinds of stuff. When people do that a lot, they're screwing around on you. If they're always asking if you're fucking around, you know what, honey? Take it from me. You're screwing around. And if you find panties in your vehicle and he says somebody else put it in there because they don't want us to be married, you know how stupid that sounds? My dad's not going to spend $45 for a pair of freaking panties. But a woman who wants to ruin a marriage, who will want to say, yeah, look at you, I screwed your husband. There, pair of panties you can't afford. Yeah. Say what you want. Obviously, somebody's blaming somebody else wrong. So, I knew that from the beginning. And I knew that a lot of things, that when you're timing your significant other, when they come home, you are having more than one affair and you're afraid that your significant other will have an affair and you're timing that person. There is something going on. And that's what I would always take note, and my family would too. Yes. When you go and you tell somebody that, spending 5 hours at somebody's house, uh, is, I guess you could say, when it's a man and a woman, it looks suspicious. Just putting it, just a little suspicious. So, anyhow, I did a really good grounding meditation. It really put me in a right place today. So I'm really thinking of every morning getting up, do grounding meditation, do that. So well, at least I got one thumbs up. Please, for the algorithm in which yeah, I'm going to have to ask Rachel for when I'm going live to not go on the internet. I just don't think it's. I'm. Oof. So tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a fun day. It's going to be good. I'm like a little kid. I got up today at 3:30 this morning. I could not go back to sleep. I could not go back to sleep, so I watched Harry Potter. And and you chatting with people. I was chatting with someone from Africa, and he was like, "Who are you watching Harry Potter?" So this is a friend of mine used to tell me this. You know how you do tarot reading for other people? You ever do tarot reading and seeing how somebody else's life is going, or there's certain rules that my family put out? Because they said if the person's not there, their spirit or their, I guess it'd be their luck or whatever, go into your cars or, mess with your stuff. So I guess it's their way of saying not to messing up business. So I don't, unless it's an emergency, like the person's lost and you want to see how they're doing or something, So when in the same room, but you would sit there, and we would talk about our meditation, or we would sit in chairs and meditate and talk about how we felt. I had an unusual upbringing. I went to a psychic church, and most of the people there were not psychic. They thought they were psychic, but weren't. They were psycho, not psychic. There was a difference. Yeah, my dad dated a woman from there and decided to marry her. Lord. Yeah, she would always say, my psychic feeling is. Lord. Yeah, she would always say, my psychic feeling is. One day, my dad, she had said her psychic feeling was, he goes, I got a psychic feeling with burp, burp, burp. There's my psychic feeling. It was hilarious. I said, "Ooh, the ending is soon for your marriage." And that's what I told her. And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, never mind. I guess they went for this second honeymoon. I go, oh, you're going for a second honeymoon. Your idea? Or Dad's? I think it's yours. And she's like, yes, it's my idea. And I go, oh, I go, what's going to happen? She goes, what? I said, my dad's going to either he's going to buy a bottle of whiskey and drink the whole weekend away, or he's going to be in the bar drinking the whole weekend away. It matters how much he will get from his bonus, because they were leaving with the bonus thing. And then I found out how much my dad was getting from his bonus, and I go, oh, he said, don't tell her. And so I'm like, why would I? I said, Dad, you know what you should do? And I tell him what I think he should do. And I said, you should go and pick up a woman from the bar and go into her motel room. My dad's like, are you? I go, yeah. I go, I do not like Jane. Jane was a horrible, horrible, it's that monster. Oh my God. Jay was, I would just say her first letter of the name. Jay was she's very jealous of me. She made life a living hell. She said, about being her friend. And I said, you have to earn that respect to say that you're my friend, is what I told her. Woo, boy, she did not like that. I said to my dad, how in the hell did she get her license for being a nurse? When your mother is the head nurse to a place where her boyfriend works, who is the head doctor, yeah, your daughter can get a license quite easily. And that's what happened. She pretty much did her daughter's work. Her daughter could only get a job working in rest homes because she was not that smart. So I always outsmarted her. I had a great job outsmarting her. It took no time to think about how to get under her nails all the time. My favorite thing, you see, Jay loved to listen in on my phone conversations. And when you have the overhead fan, it's going, when you open up a phone line and you're listening on another main phone line and you hear the wind go around, a fan, something's up. And my friends and I used to make up, I called them Jane Fun Time. And it was great. Jane would listen on my phone conversations, and you would hear a rattling of the paper, and we'd be reading our paper. Yeah, I'd make a whole play, a telephone play. And my telephone play would be, so where's the party going to be? And she would say the next line that I wrote would be a real place that would be scary as fuck to go to. Oh, and I always sent them to the best places in Flint. Oh, yeah. By the time I was done over the summer, her friends not only didn't want to go anywhere that she would send them to, they told her, and I was at my friend's house in their basement having a sleepover. It doesn't take much to go call a parent and say, hey, how's my daughter doing? So my dad did. My dad got on the telephone and he would call and say, hey, how's my daughter doing? Can I talk to her? Hi, Steph, how you doing? Yeah, James, he would laugh. He wouldn't say anything about it. You know why? My dad knew what I was doing because he walked in on our conversation. I'm reading from the paper, my friend's reading from hers, and after I hung up, I'm laughing like you can't believe it. He goes, what did you do? And I go, oh, I'm making a fun play tonight. Somebody's going to go to this address, and boy, oh boy, is that going to be scary. He looked, why? It was a real bad part of Flint, I heard. And he sat there and said, oh, yeah. There's some parts of Flint that I really do think that the police don't go, but it's just me. So anyway, she lost some friends because she would not believe my dad, who would say, I call up where she's at and ask to talk to her. She could have a friend talk just like her. She has no friends that talk like her, and the things that she would come up with so she can do this. Her friends, who were a lot when she first started working at the rest home, by the time I would say they were, let's see, they got married. I was almost 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. Their marriage lasted a little over 4 years. And when it got to the 2-year mark where she wanted to go to, oh yeah, that's what my dad said. He had to send, uh, you're not supposed to do this, put money in the safe deposit box, but my dad did. And they were called emergency money. And he only knew about it and kept the key with his neighbor next door. And I don't know if he kept the key at the neighbor next door or if he just hid it somewhere. I always thought it was the neighbor next door, but that's another thing. Anyway, he had only so much saved because he had to dip into it. It's just like emergencies happen and stuff. So he was thinking, well, I'll file next month. That's what I'll do. That's what he was going to do. But what happened was his ex, Jay, filed before he did. And yeah, I always say to people, and I gave my ex the option, file before me. Because once I file, it'll it's just, that's the way it is. So when Jay just, oh, wow, she was something. Whew, wee, wow. Mm. She is like one of the people that you get, and I'm sure that you hear people say you got good genes, you got bad genes. Well, Jay came from a family of this, and I kid you not, where you had the bad genes and you had the good genes. And Jay didn't last that long, and neither did her mother. She followed her mother 5 years after her mother had passed because uh, you ever heard that point where people will get so big that they put you in, if they can get you out of your home, and they had to, what did they do? They got her out of the some window, I think, and they put her in a rest home, and her body was not healing itself. It started shutting down. Yeah, that's a point that your body can not no longer take that weight. And she was told if she wouldn't lose it, she, was like real bad. Well, anyway, she was she um didn't live long because of that. And she didn't have good genes in the first place, because most of her family members who weren't healthy in some form of manner, they died. She was like, what, 45? She was 45. And I was thinking, damn. So when I heard that I was going to get my back operated on, I read the most successful way to heal and the fastest way to heal is to be healthy. And I'm thinking, well, I'm healthy, so I look up my BMI. If you weigh this much, your BMI could be approximately this much, and you'll be X amount, at 5'7", weighing 215 pounds. I was considered, by what they show on for your average between height and weight, should be 135. I would say 135, 135. I would say 135 at the least, and the 100 at the most, and that is it. So when it comes to dealing for myself, when you know I thought, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to fix my it doesn't fix your life. It's not a magic pill. It's not, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to, lose weight, and everything's going to just magically happen. I'm going to just, everything's going to open up, and the angels will sing and fart and burp, and we'll all have a good time. No. No, you'll be told that you're having an affair when you're not. You'll be told that you're an evil person. Oh, my favorite one is the dog's got more, has a higher standing than me. So that's always fun. So I'm seeing what I'm going to, I'm looking up what I'm going to, you know, I've been just, looking at all options. I really do want to stay here in Pahrump. I like it here, and it. I believe that with my husband, who has been nothing but negative about Trump from the time we got here, and I'm like, I've known times and places that are just, you know, you're like, could you get a couple things that are positive? I think that was the hardest thing for me to deal with. When you don't deal with, when you're dealing with so much negativity. Don't deal with when you're dealing with so much negativity. And it's so good when you have like friends and things that you're like, oh, thank God. So in that thing, I guess it would be, my half sister had blamed my dad for her problems. And I said, hey, no one put a gun to your head and said, eat Yeah, she blocked me on Facebook too. I don't have any siblings on Facebook. Um, I've had I believe my siblings have asked, but not for money. So that's pretty good. Oh, my taco cat. Taco cat. Well, I started late and I'm sorry. So, Monday at 9, I will be here, you know, or, maybe 10, if I have something going on, I have something going on. So, I have, I'm going to school for weed and I'm learning the medicinal purposes of weed and what it can contribute and how well it, you know, you, you know, you can never OD on weed. There's no way you can. The fallacy of you losing brain cells has been a proven fact that it's the opposite. You actually gain brain cells from smoking weed. So if somebody says that you're losing brain cells, you can tell them that's a falsity of that. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. So I'm hoping that I get another, another job. I love the smell of leather. Yeah, this smells good. When I first got my car in 2017, I was like so stoked. It's got, nice leather seats. It's got nice seats, and I went driving. I was like, oh, the smell of fresh leather seats is like a fresh leather. Oh, so nice. I remember when I get leather gloves, and I had these ones. They look like boxing gloves. Swear they did. And when I first week I got them, I just had my nose up on them. I was like, oh man, that smells so good. Oh, this weed is good. It's getting me pretty so let's ask the cards what I got. So here we go. I do a 7 layer. The middle layer is one that I go by, so I'm going to go count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the first one is a ship. The second one is clouds, and the third one is house. And then this is the regular card. This is my main card. I'm going to go by the cloves, and that's coffin and ring and owl. So we'll look those up. Let's see what we got there. Oh, geez. Let's see what we got there. Oh, geez. Alright, my order's been placed. It's my fun bag order. Ooh-wee. It's like I ordered a new boyfriend. I can't show you the picture. It's this. I ordered this. Get a good news. All right. I changed the page now. I'll go and do Clover. All right. We got Clover and we'll look up ship and the lucky journey. Ooh-wee. Let's see what clouds. Threat to happiness, idleness, postponement, and then we got house. Happy family, luck and finding accommodation. So it's happy family. Then we have this was house, and then we have coffin, and that's happy end, good health related news, and this is everything will be fine. All right, and this is going to a nudist club. Sorrow for a few days, clouded happiness. Wow, that sucks. Shit, that's sucky. And for like a clouded happiness and not good. Let's do another one. All right. Well, what will tomorrow bring? What will tomorrow bring? Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to a farting contest. Yeah, I decided to cheat this year. I'm just getting the electronic whoopee cushion and having somebody play with it. What will tomorrow bring? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. Well, we have the ship. It is the ship. Ship. All right. This is what we got here. Tomorrow is going to bring a ship. So I asked. These cards are weird. So we got to go change the ship. Okay, we got the luck card here. Clover, happy journey. Gambling during short travel. Okay, and the Tower, traveling alone. Journey on behalf of the government. Traveling aboard. Desire for distance and solitude. So we look around the card and we just see the Way card and the Clover, which is what that's as far as I could see. So I would say traveling alone. There's no government in this involved. Way is the mean. Oh crap. Way is wait. Trip in 6 to 8 weeks. Bored with my old ones and I learn them and then I want to learn new. Get bored with my old ones and I learn them and then I want to learn new. I'm weird. So way trip in 6 to 8 weeks. Decision about journey. That's weird. 6 to 8 weeks is the comparison between when I'll be divorced. I got my divorce dress. Lily. Family trip, winter journey. And I do edit these, by the way. And this is Anchor. Business trip, work is far away, cruise, work on a boat, or in a travel industry. I've been getting that a lot. I'm like, oh, okay. And this one, weekend relationship. I'm just saying, I mean, this is what's supposed to happen tomorrow. This seems kind of a little far-fetched. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been actually very uneventful. I mean, besides my visit and stuff, yeah, I've been doing my online weed school, and I'm very proud to say, I'm learning the medicinal purposes, and we're working on the weed budding. What I like about it is knowing what I'm talking about, and when there's receptors in our brain that do well with weed, but not too well. There's not a lot of receptors, so I guess it's when in life you hope for the best, and it's like I said, I've had people go, it must be wonderful for you, and I go, yeah, it was at first, and then it's like when you're being constantly told you're screwing other people, you just get tired of it. It's just one of those things. I always break these nails. They're called nebulas, but they're longer, and they end up. Dang, cat. My cat's got the burps really bad, so I have to file it down. Good music to go and study is Baroque music. So I have my weed school. I am Google. Oh, there's too many O's. I like the Chrome. Alright. Let's see, where is my... Wow, I got a lot of stuff on here. Ooh. Marijuana University. Marijuana University. Oh, wrong one. Shit. Cannabis education. That's what it is. Cannabis Training University.com. That's the one I belong to. There's like other ones, but that one. Tommy Chung belongs to this. Tommy Chung belongs to this, so. Yeah, they got Extraction Pro, Dispensary Pro, Cannabis Business Pro, Cannabis Cooking Pro. Shit. Oh, how do I get it? I'm trying to get. I don't want certificates. Log in. I'm high, so it's like, log in. There it is. There we go. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, Huh. God. Well, okay, well, I will see you Monday, and I'll tell you how I'm doing on my education. Hopefully, oh, and also my PayPal account, if you want to give, it's down below. All right, bye.